Welcome to a happy little reading vlog where I take you guys with me, where I read Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. I am a huge fan of Sarah J. Maas. If you can see, me and my roommate have a little shrine to the author behind me. I just finished Kingdom of Ash and bawled like a baby. And I said, I need more. I need more fantasy. I need more magic. I need more things. So we are starting Crescent City. This is actually being filmed a few days after I've already started it, as you can see by my little tabbies. But I have footage from those days that I was reading because I knew that I wanted to do this, but I hadn't had the time to sit down and talk to you guys for a minute. But yeah, I hope you enjoy me reading what I hope is another phantasmal universe. And I am already 200 pages in. Let's rewind just a little bit and start from the beginning. Okay? About it right now. We're working on cleaning. So I officially started reading Crescent City, A House of Earth and Blood, and I have been wanting to read this forever and ever and ever, and I just finished Throne of Glass last week, and so obviously this was kind of the next jump. I'm at 25 pages in. I finished chapter 2, and I have to go to bed so I can go to work in the morning. But so far, I really like it. I do feel like you just kind of get thrown into a world that is already established, in the sense of, like, when you jump into a Throne of Glass, she's being hauled out of Endover, but like it doesn't feel like the story's already started. Granted, that one had already started, but I mean, even in ACOTAR, the way that one starts, she literally kills a beast and gets hauled away. But this one, like, the characters already know each other and they're already established, and it just feels like it just feels different to start. But I'm very excited about it. I am a little apprehensive, I'm afraid, because I had so many friends who read this before me who all said it took them forever and a day to, like, get invested into this book, and I don't really want to take forever and a day. I want to jump from one fantasy where I sobbed and bawled and cried like a baby into a new one where it's unfinished and I will probably sob and bawl and cry like a baby later on. I am very excited to get to reading this. Anyway, I will keep you apprised. Bubby, you are stressing me out. I had to turn the camera on because I'm on page 62 and I'm already crying. And I will probably sob and bawl and cry like a baby. It's the beginning. It's not supposed to be sad. Okay, I'm a little bit upset right now. Ugh. I need tea. I'm getting angry. As someone who has known grief and known shock, this woman can rot. Oh, I'm mad now. Okay, let's chat for just a second. It is 8:48 in the morning. I slept on this couch. I got to page 200 last night in House of Earth and Blood. I'll never be able to get these names right. It's just Crescent City 1 and Crescent City 2 right now. I got to page 200, and so my roommate read this book before me, along with some other people in one of my book clubs, because somehow I ended up in multiple. Anyhow, she was telling me after chapter like 5, when this really crazy thing happens, there's a lot of like world building, and you're having to like wade through a lot of the politics. But honestly, I'm not feeling like I'm having to wade through things. I feel like it's pertinent information for the story. I feel like the story's progressing rapidly. I'm thoroughly enjoying this book. One of my favorite characters, and I'm gonna say this with all the hope in my heart, even though my roommate looked at me like I was a crazy person. I want Hunt to be a love interest, and if it turns into a Tamlin situation, I'm gonna cry. How many males had run from this part of her, their alpha whole egos threatened by it? Hunt hated them all merely for putting the question in her eyes. That spoke to the deepest parts of my soul, because I'm a big personality and I scare men away. I can't breathe. I don't know how to feel. Ah! Oh my gosh. Demons and magics and guns and swords in a city. I'm happy. I'm only on page 444 out of... Ooh, that's not right. This is acknowledgement. Epilogue. 799. So, I'm like right at halfway. And if I already know, or think that I know who the killer is, then it can't possibly be that person. Because there's still 400 pages left.
I can tell you that you didn't have any spoilers in that.
So I'm not right about anything. Okay, I'm on chapter 61. My roommate, who has already read this, very lovingly told me that I had to start recording at chapter 62 because that's where things get a little crazy. And I will probably sob and bawl and cry like a baby. And I said, oh no. So that's where we're at. I'm going to turn my ambiance music back on and keep reading because I don't know that there's a way that I don't finish this book today. I have to update my friends who have already read this book. So they know that I know to be sad. I don't know how much of this book I have left in me. I have 155 pages left. None of it's real. Oh God. I knew you sat down. I just didn't know you had like leaned over. That was terrifying. I'm almost to the end of the chapter.
Look how cute I am.
I like the Witch Queen now. I knew she was hiding something. I knew it. I felt it in my blood. No.
What happened?
Cheryl. You're just gonna go to bed?
This isn't fun anymore.
That's what I said when I was reading Kingdom of Ash.
I'll be in here. I just don't want to disturb you. Good luck.
Good luck. Oh no. Oh God. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. That's how they end it. I'm gonna need to sit with this for a couple of days. What a good book. Yeah, I love Sarah. This week I finished Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood. I can never remember which house is which book. I loved this book. I loved this book so much. He can hear me talking. There were so many moments where I cried. There were so many moments where I laughed. There were so many moments where I out loud went, oh. You watched me read the last like almost 200 pages of this book and simply sob. So much happens in this book. I 110,000% gave this book 5 stars on my Goodreads. I have not disliked anything that Sarah J. Maas has written. Sarah J. Maas. She could write her grocery list and I would sit down and read it. I absolutely adored every moment in this book. There was so much heartache and grief and redemption and healing. It took me a little bit longer than I anticipated to read it because I had to make time for my friends and my roommate, and we redid our plants and we hung some things up so we could display some more of our books. But this was such a good book and I'm so excited to start House of Sky and Breath. Highly recommend anything by Sarah J. Maas. This was such an incredible book, such an incredible story. I always find myself pulled to characters who have a lot of pain and a lot of heartbreak, who have gone through something, and you can feel their grief and their like self-deprecation. And I loved Bryce so much. I adored her. Her wit and her snappy comebacks, and she never had anything serious to say, even in very crucial moments, and it was just so much fun to read and like be with her in the story. I'm like I'm sad that it's over. And the way that this book read, it could have almost been a standalone, and I'm so glad that it's not and that there's more to come. I have done my best to keep this spoiler free, so I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that this makes you want to delve into the Sarah J. Maas multiverse, because anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.